I saw was definitely a buck that I thought I was going to shoot just from trail camera pictures, but it kind of shows you how trail camera pictures can be a little bit deceiving. I mean, his body was healthy. He was a big-bodied buck, but I think he's 185 pounds. You know, he might be 200, but he might be a 4-year-old. I don't know. But just antler-wise, I just don't think 105 inches maybe, I don't know. He just didn't have a lot of mass to him. And so I decided to pass him. Just wasn't exactly what I thought he would be. Seeing him with my own eyes in person at 17 yards. And that's saying something with the bow. I mean, usually they're bigger in person. So, anyways, but well, we've been getting pictures of that buck pretty consistently in this area. And then the next day, we got a picture, some pictures of the big 9, which I think he's probably 5, 6, 7-year-old deer. I don't even know. I think he's definitely mature. The neighbor has sheds of him about 500 yards up the hill from me. He dropped in May or April in turkey season, and he didn't really get any bigger. Just carries his mass all the way around. I definitely think he's a 200-pound deer for sure. And the next day, I think he walked that same trail back the other direction maybe. Actually, I'd love to see him and actually see what he's doing. I don't think we've actually seen him. And I haven't really thrown many sits at him, maybe 1 or 2. But he's been less consistent. You know, I think we have a few nighttime pictures of him, but the last time we had a front push through like this, day 2 of the front, he was in here. So my guess is he's probably not far from me right now. There we are. You can see me. I'm here. Alright guys, it's like 9:45. I haven't seen any deer in like an hour and a half, probably since 8 o'clock. And that spike walk down this road. I'm probably going to go ahead and get down. I might move. There's a creek crossing behind me that a nice buck walked across this morning, but I think I'm going to move a stand from back there to this creek crossing. And I think it's going to be a good rut stand. And there's a creek crossing right behind me. We've had bucks in the past. I think this bend in the creek here is going to be a really good rut stand. And I know there's a bunch of bedding here close on either side of me. It's hard to get in here clean, but it's a whole lot easier when you don't have to hang a stand, you know. And so I might even be back in here tomorrow morning. It's the best to hunt this on like a non-windy day. I mean, there's like 3 scrapes. One right here, one. There's 3 scrapes within 20 yards of this tree that I'm in. I know those deer this morning even hit them. I think this is going to be one of the trees that we kill a deer out of one day. So I thought it might happen this morning, to be honest. There's a big 8-point. Well, there's a couple mature 8-points that I think I've been rolling down through here, like once a week or so. All right, guys, this is our 3rd sit for the big 9. Whew. And we passed the nice 8-point one time. I can't remember. We actually saw him both times. We saw a couple other bucks last time too. We got our buddy sitting a couple hundred yards from us, Trey. He's in search of his first buck, so hopefully we'd love for him to stick the big 9 too. I call him the big 9. I don't think he actually has 9 points this year. Sure, more of a big 8 this year. I made 2 mock scrapes in this field. One's at 30, one's at 23 yards, and that was a week ago. And the next day, he was in here, and he checked them both. And then he was in here again within like another 3 days. So, I don't know. I think he beds to the north of here. We sat for 4 hours. It was 25 degrees, 26 degrees this morning. It's December 7th, so. I sat these scrapes right on the edge of this bedding area. And there's a couple creek crossings, 3 or 4 really. There's a lot of bedding right here. And I had an 8-point or something. So it was a pretty nice deer this morning early. Sneak in behind me. And we got a little bit of footage of him. I don't know if he was a shooter or not. He might have been a 4-year-old. He wasn't super big, but he was a nice deer. Might have been a 3-year-old. It's hard to tell. And then I was like 6:30, 6:45, right after shooting light. Then we had one more spike come by at like 8 o'clock, and that's it. Which is crazy. I mean, we can see it's clear cut. We can see a lot of bedding area. Of course, last week when I didn't hunt here, we had a big, 6-year-old buck hit this scrape, here at 15 yards. So that's what happens. I think we'll be back hunting this stand in the rut. I got a stand hung here. I think it's going to be a really good place. Come January, through February, I think we're going to see a lot of action in this little corridor. So I'm going to freshen the scrape in front of me. Hopefully we get some more bucks coming through here in the next month. We're getting kind of into that scrape checking pre-rut phase a little bit. So I'm going to try to stay on it, and maybe this buck These scrapes have been getting checked about once every week. I mean, there's no leaves on them right now, so we're kind of due for that once a week scrape check, but it just didn't happen. So I'll freshen them up, and I'm sure they'll be on them this week. And I wish I was here, but I won't be. I'll be working, you know. That's what happens. But we gave it our best shot. That's all you can really do. You hunt the cold front, you hunt the scrape, you hunt the sign. You got to be here when they're here, and you know, you're not going to be all the time. But we'll catch up with them before the season's out, and we'll be here, and we'll put an arrow through one.